So I think like a lot of times, if people they look at like these elite fitness, type things or whatever, and they're like intimidated by that, or they think, well, that's going to take so much time or whatever, and it's like the dieting and the exercise, and I have to, it's like not like you just start off doing that right away. For me, I had all these digestive problems and things like that, and I was so low that I wasn't even like an average person, let alone an athlete. I couldn't even barely function like an adult. I lost a couple of jobs and stuff right out of college just because my brain wasn't there. I had brain fog. I felt like crap. I couldn't sleep at night, things like that. But you just start moving from where you're at. I spent so much time researching and finding the perfect diet to eat and everything like that, and then it just wasn't working because there will never be a perfect time to start working out. I was like, well, when I get my stomach fixed up, then I'll start working out because I'll be feeling good. I won't be feeling like crap. And it ultimately took me almost losing a third job to get to the point where I was like, enough is enough. This is the last straw. I got to do whatever it takes. So whatever I have to do to get stronger, to get in better shape, to get healthier, just start doing something. A roommate of mine, he's like, you know what? Nike had it really good. They just said, just do it. He's like, I used to analyze what I was going to do, like what would be the perfect workout for me. And then I realized that the workout that I actually do, that's the one that is the best for me. That's the one that I should be doing. Whatever you have time for, it should be a workout that is, solid, organized, balanced workout, but it doesn't, if like say your goal is you want to have abs or whatever, or you want to gain this amount of muscle, or you want to bench press this amount of weight, or, add a couple inches to your arm, lose a couple inches from your waist, whatever the case might be, that's your ultimate goal, or you want to run a marathon, but maybe your life and where you're at right now, that's not a feasible thing. So start working to increase your level, and then once you get increased your level a little bit, then set another goal and move from there in stepwise fashion, because fitness is a lifestyle. It's not like, oh, it's an end point and I'm going to do this. If you are consistent over time, your body will adapt and you will naturally start wanting to do more exercise, start wanting to lift more weight. You will see results and you'll be more motivated to stick with your diet, that you're eating. You'll naturally want to do these things. I think one of the things that helped me start too was I was doing an internship for personal training at Gold's Gym, and I was still feeling very sick and stuff at the time, but I knew that I wanted to do personal training. So as part of the internship, we had to basically take part in all the different fitness classes that they offered at the gym. They had Zumba and cycling and spin classes and stuff like that, but they also had a yoga class. And the yoga class was really what, made me get motivated about working out again, because it was like low intensity, but you're kind of just holding different positions and stuff, and you're just breathing and stretching and relaxing, taking your time through it. But I got done with that class and I felt so alert and I felt so good. I was like, hey, I don't have to be like I was in high school and lifting that amount of weight and running and stuff like that and doing all that stuff. And, because it's kind of depressing if you go from really high and all of a sudden you're going in there like you're a beginner and you can't even barely do anything. So I just started I had a workout program set up, very basic one. And then I just started doing the movements, whatever weight I needed to complete the required amount of repetitions. And I had one guy come up to me in the gym, and he's like, he's a friend of mine and stuff, but he was like bench pressing on the bench press where I was going to bench press. And I say, hey, I was using that. And he's like, oh, there's so little weight on this bar, I didn't think anybody was using it. And so, if that tells you anything, how light the stuff I was using, it wasn't super intense, anything like that. But over time, I went from barely lifting anything at all. I couldn't even complete a full workout sometimes. And then, a year or two later, or 2 years later, I ran like 5 miles on a treadmill, and then I got done and I lifted 24,000 pounds worth of weight in the course of my workout, um, and was able to do that. And it was just a natural thing because I had stayed consistent. So the key is consistency. Don't be intimidated by what other people are doing, how fast they're progressing. You be you, and just stay consistent. And always try to just improve a little bit, Don't try to, if at all possible, make it to the gym on the days you say you're going to make it to the gym. And when you're there, see if you can improve it a little bit. If you don't, that's fine. Keep on coming back to it. If you stagnate for a while and you're not making any gains, then go back to the drawing board, figure out what are some things that I could tweak to try to improve this, to get me out of this rut, But the key is consistency. As they said in that analogy with what would you rather have, $1 million up front or a penny compounded over 30 days? If you've seen that analogy and seen the math and how it calculates out, at the end of 30 days, you're going to have way more. So it's about consistency, not how much you're doing up front. Another book I read on running when I was in high school, it said it's about miles in the bank, Not how many miles you're doing this week, this day, this month, but over the years, you put those miles in the bank, it's going to build your aerobic capacity, it's going to build your strength. Same thing with, whatever your fitness goals are. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So stay consistent. If you get really busy, don't worry if you can't do a full workout. Just do what you can. Do a part of a workout, And if you've got a lot of, if you're going through a point in your life, you're starting a new job or something, or you're starting school, so you're learning a lot of new stuff, realize that that's going to take a lot of extra energy from your life. And so you might not be able to put as much energy into your workouts. It's kind of like if you're taking a car or something and you're riding along and all of a sudden you hit some like deep, dirt or mud or sand or something, it's going to slow the car down for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's going to break through that and speed up again. So when you hit that wall, don't worry that you're slowing down. Think of it as you're adding more weight on, so obviously you're going to move slower, but once your body adapts to that, you're going to be that much stronger. So to sum it all up, don't be intimidated by how far you have to go, what other people are doing, and stay consistent and keep your eye on what your goal is and doing the things that you need to do to achieve your goal, with occasional look at that final goal to keep you motivated. Thanks guys for watching. See you later.